Welcome to This Explainer. We are literally on the precipice of absolute football history. The 2026 FIFA World Cup final is finally upon us, and man, the stage is set for a truly monumental clash between Spain and Argentina. You know, this isn't just a championship match, it's the culmination of decades of history.
The numbers here are genuinely hard to believe. 14 matches played over a span of more than 70 years. 6 wins for Spain, 6 wins for Argentina, and just 2 draws. It's an absolute staggering parity. And now, this Sunday, there is exactly 1 World Cup trophy on the line to finally break this incredible tie.
The sheer pedigree colliding at the New York-New Jersey Stadium is completely unmatched. Think about it. We've got the reigning European champion Spain coming in blazing hot after that breathtaking, masterful performance against France, and they're facing off against the South American champions Argentina, who just survived an absolute nail-biter of a semifinal clash with England. We're talking about the undisputed kings of the respective continents going head-to-head.
Now, what makes this showdown even more incredible is that it was actually supposed to happen a few months ago. Right, the Finalissima, that traditional clash for global bragging rights between the Euro and Copa America winners, was scheduled for March 2026 in Qatar. But, as you might remember, it had to be canceled due to regional unrest, and no alternative location could be agreed upon in time. It's almost as if destiny stepped in, right? It forced these 2 heavyweights to wait for the biggest possible stage on Earth.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, a balanced rivalry. 70 years of history. We're going to look at how this perfectly balanced rivalry stretches all the way back to their very first friendly match in December of 1952.
14. That is the magic number. Given their constant, looming presence on the global football stage for the better part of a century, it's actually incredibly rare that these 2 giants have only met 14 times across all competitions. They've kind of been like ships passing in the night, you know? Only occasionally crossing paths to test each other's mettle.
And this brilliantly illustrates the point. The statistical deadlock between these 2 nations is perfectly symmetrical. 6 victories for La Roja, 6 for La Albiceleste, and just 2 draws. They have literally matched each other blow for blow, era for era.
So, if we look at the players who have historically dominated this fixture, it's a really fascinating mix of different footballing generations. Notice how few goals it actually takes to top this list. That's because of how tightly contested these games usually are. Spain's Isco leads the pack with 3 goals. Then you've got Argentina's legendary strikers Luis and José Sanfilippo, alongside Spain's midfield maestro Xabi Alonso and the iconic Piri, all tied with 2 goals each. Moving on to Section 2, the 1966 World Cup, the only competitive tie. Unbelievably, out of those 14 meetings, this is the one and only time that was a high-stakes competitive match. It happened in England, during a really fiery Group 2 stage. Argentina ground out a gritty 2-1 victory, largely thanks to River Plate's clinical striker, Luis Artime. He fired in 2 crucial goals in the space of just 13 minutes. Spain's Piri did manage to find a leveler in between, but that second Artime goal was an absolute dagger. That result proved completely decisive. It propelled Argentina out of the group and ultimately knocked Spain out of the tournament at the very first hurdle.
Which brings us to Section 3, the 2018 Humiliation. Spain 6, Argentina 1. We're going to pivot to the modern era now, setting the scene at the Metropolitano in Madrid just before the 2018 World Cup.
Now, what's really interesting here is the sheer jaw-dropping scale of this scoreline. Spain 6, Argentina 1. It remains the biggest win either side has ever enjoyed in this fixture, and actually one of the only times either team has scored more than 2 goals against the other. It was just a resounding, shocking victory for the European outfit that left Argentina completely reeling. To really understand how this happened, you've got to look at the second half. At halftime, Argentina was only down 2-1, but then came a brutal goal blitz. In the 52nd minute, Isco strikes. Just 3 minutes later, an incisive through ball tees up Thiago Alcantara to smash in another. Then, in the 73rd minute, Yago Aspas races onto a long-range pass from his own goalkeeper to score. And literally seconds later, in the 74th minute, Isco secures his international hat-trick. Spain's rapid-fire precision completely shredded Argentina's porous defense.
All right, Section 4, breaking the deadlock, the ultimate decider. This brings us to the climax of our explainer today. All of that history converges right here, right now, as they seek to finally break this historic deadlock.
So the crucial point going into Sunday is this stark contrast in styles. You've got the 1966 competitive match, where Argentina secured a gritty, tournament-altering win, stacked up against the 2018 friendly, which showcased Spain's devastating, ruthless modern potential when their passing game clicks.
This 70-year rivalry, with its perfectly even records, will finally be settled once and for all on Sunday, July 19, 2026, right under the bright lights of the New York-New Jersey Stadium. The stakes simply cannot get any higher for these players in these nations.
So, what does this all mean? Everything comes down to this single match. Will Spain's collective dominance and control reign supreme, or will Argentina's legendary resilience and brilliance win out on the ultimate stage? Who will actually break the 70-year deadlock and lift the 2026 FIFA World Cup? It is absolutely a matchup for the ages, and I don't know about you, but we cannot wait to find out.